Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist. Today is Tuesday, May the 29th, 2018. First day back to work after a 3-day weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend. And what do we have here? So much news coming out. So much going on in the world. And I do not have the time to go into all of it in this video. So we'll go over a few charts and we'll just have to leave it at that. Lord willing, if I get a chance, maybe I'll do some more videos this week dealing with these various subjects. But let's deal with what went on today. A lot of things happened today. So first and foremost, here is the chart of the Bitcoin futures. As you can see, market is trying to bottom. Trying to do a little bit of a bottom, wants to try to turn the tide, if you will. Pulling up the daily chart, you will see that the market put in a bottom in the prior session and has since rallied from that point. It looks like retracement mode may be starting in Wednesday's session. It is a good chance that we will see the market close above 75.28 tomorrow. If that happens, then we put in the first leg of a retracement. The initial target will be the trend line resistance of 8,065. All right. We may fail like we did back here. All right. Market came up, tested the trend line resistance, and what did it do? The rally was sold. So it looks like we're setting up to do the same thing again. This time may be a little bit different though. So we'll be watching this one very closely because this could be a very significant turn of events. Not crossing my fingers on this one yet, just watching. Right now, bears are still very much in control of this market, and the market still has a long way to go to overcome that. So if shorts start covering, that could trigger some longs to start coming into the market, and it could give the market a nice little lift. So we'll see what happens with the Bitcoin futures going forward, but it looks like right now we may have a recovery, or the beginning stages, I should say, of a recovery on our hands. Yet to be seen, but looks like it's getting close. All right, what is going on with the Dow Jones? The Dow Jones seems to be absolutely broken. The other indexes, the Nasdaq, the S&P, they're not falling apart like the Dow is. Even the Russell has been towing the line. The Dow was down like 500 points today. Look at this bar. This is a daily bar. It's a daily chart. Just collapsing. Came up here, got above that Kumo cloud, tried to hold it for a few bars, and then just couldn't do it. Just collapsed right back down again. And it's threatening to drop below the Kumo cloud right now. Threatening to drop below 24,000. That's the one thing that I was afraid of. I was afraid of a head and shoulders type of a thing. All right, a failed breakout. And that's what you got here. You took this out, this previous top here, made it seem like you were going to do a little something, but this is a cabbage patch head and shoulders. All right, you wiggle those shoulders a little bit, one shoulder up, one shoulder down. That's what you got here. So then it made you think, okay, we're really off to the races. You shot up one more time, and then boom. So this was the last hurrah. And now it looks like, for all intents and purposes, this could be the beginning of the end of the bull market and the stock indexes. Looking at the weekly chart, you're still in an elongated downtrend channel, and the market is starting to ease into the lower end of this trading range. Technically speaking, on the weekly chart, really nothing to see here. Nothing has happened yet. Still trading within the range made on the week of March the 19th. Haven't broken out of that trading range. This is where we are. All right, we've been in this sideways pattern for, going on 3 months. All right, nothing happening. But on the daily chart, it does appear that we're getting traction on the downside. Bears are starting to seize control of this market. Definitely have to watch and see what's going on here. This disconnect is reminiscent of 2007 and to the middle part of 2008. See, the Nasdaq on the daily is doing just fine. It's holding its own. But the Dow's giving up the ghost. Even look at the E-mini S&P 500, okay? Technically speaking, it moves with the Dow, all right? But they're attached to the hilt. But this one doesn't even seem to be as bad as the Dow. And then the Russell is the strongest right now. It's stronger than the Nasdaq. It's keeping strength. Everything is strong in the Russell. Russell 2000 hitting new highs and chilling, loving life. All right, and then here is your Nasdaq one more time. It's like the Russell. It's chilling. It's not hurting. Not at all. It's strong, just like the Russell. So that Dow is really having some issues right now. And it could lead the rest of the market down. And it could do so catastrophically. So this is the red alert going off on these stock indexes. There's something going on with the Dow. The Dow is in trouble. Now let's take a look at some individual stocks that have been making quite a bit of noise that could be causing problems. So first of all, we have Disney. Disney was in the news today because of the huge drop. This was on the back of the Roseanne Barr tweets. All right, she was attacked for expressing her freedom of speech. They canceled the Roseanne show and the fireworks began. All right, so Disney stock took a beating. Disney reacted swiftly by canceling her show because of her controversial tweets that the mainstream media is labeling racist tweets. And the truth of the matter is, Roseanne is a comedian, all right? And comedians have different types of sense of humor than regular people. And it didn't go over very well, all right? In addition to that, she's being attacked because she supported Kanye West's opinions that he gave on TMZ. The reason why Roseanne and Kanye West are being targeted right now and vilified and crucified in the media is because they support Trump. They support the president of the United States of America. And that is going against the hive mind. The hive mind says that if you're in the entertainment industry, you cannot publicly endorse Donald Trump. All right? Kanye West and Roseanne Barr have broken programming and spoken out. They dared to use their freedom of speech and intellect and freedom of independent thought, and they've been attacked for it. This is showing out in the stock. Disney's being punished by the machine for Roseanne's comments. What does this mean? This means that the smart people are going to let the dust settle, and they're going to come in, they're going to buy the stock back up. You got to deal with this gap here, and you got to deal with this gap here. All right, these two gaps have to be dealt with. You got to do something about it. Prices at some point will come back, and they will deal with the gaps. All right, so that's Disney in the news. It should also be noted while we're on the chart segment here that a lot of these have not come back. The SVXY, which is totally broken, has not come back. It has not filled this gap, and we're going on a very long time now. No filling of the gap. I know there's no guaranteed time into when a gap should be filled, but in normal circumstances, this gap would have been filled a long time ago, and it's not being filled. So anyone holding is just basically sitting here in pain with no anesthesia. All right, so I just wanted to point that out. All right, so that's that stock. Let's get into now Facebook. As you know, Facebook took it on the chin when it came to people's personal private data. The stock was punished, came all the way down to 149.02, and now it's back to 185 and ready to rock and roll. So it was punished, stock bought down, smart people bought it and bid it back up. This is the same price pattern that I see Disney about to take. We shall see. All right, who else has been in the news? Your boy Tesla. Tesla's been in the news, and their stock has been getting punished because of people dying in their driverless cars. They've been crashing. So the stock has been punished. The high flyer hit a high of $389.61, came all the way down to $244.59, and it's hanging out around the 283 area. So it really hasn't recovered yet. But as you can see, this stock is threatening to go even lower. So some big high-flying, high-priced stocks are being punished right now, and they're in the news and in the media because of what's going on. Another one to look out for is Amazon. All right, Amazon, trading at $1,600 a share, on fire, but they also have been focused because the real situation that's happening with people's personal data and them getting involved in technologies that can track people and stuff. But the real person that's in the news is Google. If you want to talk about private data and tracking of people and persons, Google is at the forefront of all of that. They got software, man, where you can pay them a little bit of money and they can find anybody on the planet for you. All right, and pull up anything you want to know about individuals. Really private stuff, man. Not too many people are talking about that, but can't ignore the downtrend channel either, the price. Now, their price is not necessarily violently changing like, the other charts I just showed you, but they are coming off. You were at $1,100. You shaved off, quite a bit of money there. All right. So, got to think about what's about to happen in these markets as these stocks, these big high-flying stocks, are being punished for their sins. Then if you look at the other big one in the news, Starbucks, because of the racist comments, you don't really see them being punished all too much. They hit a high of $64.87, and right now they're $57.23. They're just kind of flatlined, still basically trading within the range made on the week of July 24th. 2017. Really haven't done too much since then. All right, price is the same price it was basically a year ago. That's not a good thing unless you're paying a really high dividend. But right now is, you know, got to start asking some question about where stocks are headed right now. All right, when you see certain companies moving the way they're moving. All right, let's take a look at the dollar right quickie. All right, as you can see, US dollar is still mad strong. Got deeper into the Kumo cloud, bust over 95. All right, putting the squeeze on shorts, locking in at this point as well. The dollar is running. Looking at the bond market is saying, hey, wait for me, I want to play too. And now bonds are running 140 at 507. I told you the trend line resistance was acting as a magnet for this retracement, and that's exactly what's happening. Here's your dollar. Here's your daily chart of the bonds. Shot right on up. All right. You bounced off that 140 low, and the market's been in a retracement ever since. We're now 5 points off the lows. Short squeeze like a mug. All right. So this is what your bonds are doing. Will the rally get sold at some point? I don't know. Right now, the bulls are in control of this market. All right. It's bullish, and it looks like it's about to do phase 2 here. Another leg up is in the works right now. Once these trend lines get above the Kumo cloud, folks, you can really see a strong breakout here. Price goes where it wants to go. All right, looking at gold right now. Gold is still struggling, still flat. Nothing happening on this daily chart. All right, you did dip into the 1280s. All right, got the 1281 here. Now you're trying to get back above 1300, but you got this overhead resistance. The market is struggling right here. 13, 15, 30 is acting like a real tough overhead resistance right now on this gold. Looking at silver. All right, silver right now is still sideways. All right, looking like at any moment it could just fall off of a cliff. The price has gone absolutely nowhere. You're in the same price zone as you were in February of this year. You've gone absolutely nowhere. Flatlined all the way through. You've gone nowhere. Your money is not being put to work for you. It's not doing anything for you. If you're long in the futures, you're just flatline. You're doing nothing. There's no trade there whatsoever. Boring market right now. So totally not even on the radar right now because it's not doing anything. Crude oil is taking a break. Big pullback from the $72.90 high. As you can see now, market is threatening to correct even further. A drop below trendline support at $65.54 would open the door to test the 59 handle, which is right here. So we could drop back into the 50s. We'll see what happens here. Right now, price action is doing what it did here. Here it tested the trend line and bounced. Tested support again and bounced. We could be setting up for that as we speak. So we'll see. The week is still young yet, and anything goes. All right. But the market does need to close above $68.52 in order to put in a bottom and bounce from here. Postwavetrading.com. Remember, you can take advantage of the Traders course, learn how to read the algos, learn what the central banks do not want you to know. Get yourself alerted to when these markets are going to turn, learn how to trade, learn how to read these charts for all it's worth. pulsewavetrading.com. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get destroyed. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace.